Hi, Tilly Carlson here. I love the comedy of the Marx Brothers. At any time one of their movies gets a release on a modern format, I'm always first in line for it. Today, we're taking a look at a Blu-ray release of their 1937 film and one of their most famous, A Day at the Races. I'm going to unbox this release and share my opinions. I love that old school 1930s art with the Marx Brothers there. Very funny. Certainly speaks for the attitude of the film. There's our spine text. This is part of the Warner Archive collection. Back cover. Yeah, would have been nice if they'd given us a little insert or some background art here, but the disc itself does look pretty nice. The Marxes skewer medicine and bring home a racetrack winner in this hilarious classic, A Day at the Races. In his favorite role, Groucho Marx is Dr. Hugo Z. Hackenbush, MD, PhD, RFD, MC, PDQ, BYOB, and none of the above, dispensing horse pills and quips with equal glee. Chico, Harper, and favorite foil Margaret Dumont join in for the fun of this thoroughbred musical comedy. Enjoy Tootsie Fruitsy ice cream, Dumont's medical exam, Harpo's pretty girl pantomime sketch, wallpaper wackiness, and wall-to-wall hilarity the Marx way. Again, I absolutely love the comedy of the Marx Brothers. You got Groucho, who's got a wisecracking quip for any situation, Harpo, who feels like something held over from the silent era, and Chico, who talks in the most comically bad Italian accent of all time. A Day at the Races, I will admit, is not one of the better Marx Brothers films, but when it gets going on its comedic gags, it certainly doesn't let up. The one problem with this movie is it's 111 minutes long. It's simply too long and tries to bite off more than it can chew, which is kind of ironic given that this movie is about horse pills in some situations. We have a plot about trying to win a horse race. We have a plot about Groucho taking over a sanitarium. We have a plot about a down-on-his-luck singer investing all his money in a horse that may or may not be a winner. You can kind of see what I mean here. It just tries to do way too many things. There's also two very elaborate musical numbers, although the latter one certainly is very politically incorrect and would not fly in today's world. There's even a disclaimer at the beginning of the movie about dated cultural depictions and the like. That said, though, when the Marxes are firing on all cylinders, the movie certainly delivers the laugh. Hugo C. Hackenbush is certainly one of the best Groucho Marx role. I mean, we literally have a veterinarian taking over a sanitarium for humans. And of course, plenty of people are out to get him. And you have the perfect Marx Brothers foil, Margaret Dumont, who always plays the straight-laced high society lady. And the supporting cast in the movie's not half bad either. You have Alan Jones as the singer who's down on his luck, who tries investing in a racehorse. Alan Jones plays a lot of the roles that probably would have been played by Zeppo Marx if he was still an actor at the time. And he certainly does the best he can with these more straight man type roles. And there's certainly no shortage of laughs when the movie is at its best. Again, I just wish it had been a little shorter and a little more streamlined. There's simply too much going on here. I wouldn't rank this amongst the best Marx Brothers movies, but even a mid-tier Marx Brothers movie is better than the work of most comedians. So, A Day at the Races, what it does well. It just tries to do too much, and it is bogged down in its pacing, and the two musical numbers I think are actually pretty well done, but again, they really cut into the runtime. By comparison, A Night at the Opera was just barely over 90 minutes long, and Duck Soup, probably my all-time favorite Marx Brothers movie, is barely over an hour long. So 111 minutes is simply too long for this kind of material. I do not dislike this film by any means, but I really do think that newbies to the Marxes should start elsewhere. The best part of this release, however, is probably the picture quality. These Warner Archive releases always look like $1 million, and I'm happy to state that this one is no exception. The picture quality, it's just a beautiful looking black and white transfer from beginning to end, and I have no doubt that if Warner eventually decides to put out a 4K disc of this movie and they use this same master as the base for it, that'll look absolutely fantastic too. But for now, this is what we have. It's been beautifully remastered. There are understandably a few soft shots. It's never the kind of movie that's going to look pristine and crystal clear and razor sharp, but it's a faithful transfer. It looks good. Fans will be impressed. For bonus features, we got a pretty lengthy featurette that has appearances from people like Leonard Maltin and Robert Osborne. We've got some old short films, including live action and animated ones. Some audio-only Dr. Hugo C. Hackenbush stuff that didn't make it into the movie, and even the original theatrical trailer. So it's actually a pretty nice supplement package. Warner Archive Collection has done a great job here. Picture quality is great. There's a nice selection of supplements. And I have to say, even though the film is admittedly not my favorite work from the Marx Brothers, it still has more hits than misses. And I think fans of classic comedies will like what they see here, so I can easily give this a recommendation. How about you? Are you a fan of the Marx Brothers? Where would you rank A Day at the Races? What's your favorite movie they ever did? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm always posting new videos, and make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm T.O.T. Carlson. I'll see you next time.